Hey, we are going to do some health review. So this will be a video that you can come back to for reviewing your health, to remember some of the things that we need to know for the test. There's a lot because it's from pages 5 to 54, but when we break it down, we'll be able to remember those things very easily. We'll start right now. I just want to go through the things from 21 to 54 because learning about our healthy diet, all of those things were very important. There was a lot in that section. So we're going to go through some of those and review what we talked about. One of the first things that we talked about on page 21 was our food groups. And we had our little plate here that kind of gave us examples of the food groups and how, some of them we need more of. That's why you see a larger amount. Some of them we don't need as many of. That's why they're smaller looking. So we have our fruits, our vegetables, our grains, our proteins, and our dairy. These are all the food groups that we need to have every day. We don't have them for every meal. Okay, remember, we don't eat all of the food groups for every meal, but we do eat all of the food groups every day in order to have a healthy, balanced diet for our bodies. That's when we started talking about nutrients. Nutrients are what? Substances found in food that help your body grow and develop. And we started giving specifics as to how much we need, which is what you saw in the plate there. With our vegetables, we need 1.5 to 2.5 cups of vegetables every day. Do we really get those? We should be working hard to do that. We need 1 to 1.5 cups of fruit every day, which is very important. We need 2.5 to 3 ounces of grains every day. And remember our grains, our bread, cereals, rice, pasta, oatmeal, even popcorn, all of these things are made from grains. We need to have 2.5 to 3 ounces of that every day. Our protein, remember our protein is our lean meat, our nuts, our fish, our poultry, which is, duck, goose, chicken, those. Dried beans, dairy products, eggs. We need 4 to 5 ounces of protein every day. And that's an important thing to kind of keep in your mind. We do need that protein for every single meal. And then our dairy, and dairy is 2.5 to 3 cups of dairy per day. And it doesn't have to be just milk. It could be through yogurt. It could be through cheese. Now, obviously, we said there's ice cream, but the added sugar does not make that good for us for our dairy. So it's better to have our low-fat or fat-free milk, our yogurt, our cheese, that kind of dairy that would help our bodies to be able to grow and be healthy and functioning. Then we talked about water on page 26 and how important water is. We said that our bodies need what? 6 glasses of liquids every day, and most of that should be water. Now, we can have milk. Obviously, we said dairy is okay, but water, our body, so much of it is made up of water. We need to replenish that water in our bodies. It helps our bodies to function properly. It helps our body. Look at the what it does on the bottom of page 26. Helps our food to digest. It helps change our food into energy. It needed to produce blood, saliva, and digestive juices. All of these things that water does for our bodies, so we need to put that into our body. We said fruit juices and sodas and coffee and all that. Some of those things have too much sugar in them or caffeine in them, which is not as healthy for our bodies. It's not the right nutrients that our bodies need. Not bad to drink those things, but the best thing that you can drink to help your body is water. It does very good for your body every day. Then we talked on page 27 about a balanced diet. That's all the nutrients that we can get into our bodies to help our bodies to be healthy, to keep them growing healthier. And we started talking about what a good breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner consist of. So you can see on my board, I have a bunch of food here. You might not be able to tell from that distance, but it's a bunch of different foods. I might try to do it a little bit closer later, but I chose some, according to what the book was telling us we needed to have, some good breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner. So look at our good breakfast. I included protein. What's my protein there? Good, I heard some of you. My egg is my protein. You also need for a good breakfast, it says fruit. Do you see fruit? Okay, yep, there's fruit on the cereal, yes, but there's other fruit. Some of you got it. Yes, my orange juice, because it could be fruit, as in, fruit, whole fruit, or fresh fruit, or it could be fruit juice. So fruit juice with no added sugar to it. And then you also need some whole grains. So I added whole grain cereal. Good. So you can figure that out. Then look at my lunch. My lunch should have protein. Does it have protein? It sure does. It has some chicken here. What about vegetables? Do I have vegetables there? You knew what I would choose, right? Nicholas, Amaya, some others of you that have had your celery or not celery, ew, gross. Ugh, I hate celery. Cucumbers, the cucumbers that I always try to steal from you. Yeah, I had to put cucumbers on there. What about fruit? Yes, can you see I have blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, yum, fruit. And then I'm supposed to have whole grain. Well, there it is, my whole grain bread. And then I need to have something to drink, so I put my dairy there. So I have my milk as something to be able to drink for my lunch. Then snacks. So go ahead and look at the snacks page. What are some good snacks? Well, it tells us that good snacks can be boiled eggs, cheese crackers with peanut butter, yogurt, nuts, soybeans, fresh fruits, raw vegetables. All of those are good ideas for snacks. Well, one of my favorite things is crackers and cheese. So it does say crackers with peanut butter, but I don't like peanut butter, so I would do crackers with cheese, and that's what I have for my snack, and that's a good snack to have. And then a good dinner. Good dinner has to have protein again. Where's my protein? My lean meat. Now notice I didn't choose chicken again because I had enough chicken for the day. I'm tired of chicken. I've had enough chicken for a while, but so I decided to choose some lean meat. Then you need to have vegetables. Well, I love a good hearty salad, and that salad looked so yummy that I was like, that's going to be my vegetable for this meal. The other thing is to have fruit, fresh, frozen, or canned in its own juice. I know some of you probably would have chosen watermelon or cantaloupe or something else, but I chose my favorite, pineapple. So pineapple for my dinner, for my little, snack part for dinner, my little dessert. And then obviously got to get my water intake in because I haven't had it all day. So I need to make sure that I'm drinking. Now, hopefully I've had some water throughout the day, but for dinner, I'm definitely going to have a big tall glass of good cold water. So think about those, good breakfast, good lunch, good dinner, good snack. And you can draw your own. Maybe you can, I've got, there's omelets up here and scrambled eggs and celery with peanut butter and raisins and tomatoes, and raw peppers, and muffin and yogurt and apple, all kinds of good stuff. There's bananas. So you can choose some of your favorite, draw those out for a good breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. Then we started talking about nutrients and you, and that's when we got into the different parts of our body that use nutrients, and we have several different nutrients. Our nutrients include our proteins, our vitamins, our carbohydrates, our fats. I started filling in for some of those as well, and we'll fill in as we go along. But for protein, we already talked about the fact that poultry, chicken, that kind of lean meat, that is a good example of protein foods that helps to build your muscles, keeps your body nice and well, and it fights infection and heals. Then we talked about vitamins, but we talked about several different kinds. So that's why I have several different things down here under vitamins, because we have vitamin A. And vitamin A, we said, is in the food that we get from animals, but there's also many different things that we can have for our vitamin A that we can use. So I chose carrots. If you can see, oh no, I chose those for my minerals. I don't even know. Oh, I chose the fish for vitamin A because you can have fish for vitamin A, salmon, trout, cheddar cheese, egg yolk, butter. So that fish. Then we have our B vitamins, which could be whole grain bread, cereals, meat, milk, nuts. Okay, so I added the nuts in there. See right there, that's just a whole bunch of nuts. So I added those in for our B vitamins that we have, 8 different B vitamins. Then we have vitamin C, and we know that vitamin C is our citrus fruit, so I added the orange in there for vitamin C, making sure that we can remember those citrus fruits nice and easily. Then we have our vitamin D. And vitamin D we get from foods like milk, cheese, fish, and egg yolk, okay? So I've got fish there that we can enjoy as our vitamin C or vitamin D. Then we have vitamins E and K. And vitamins E and K, we have our sweet potatoes, sunflower seeds, butternut squash, fish oil. So I chose sweet potato fries for that. And then vitamin K is our green leafy vegetables, broccoli, yogurt, prunes. So I chose spinach, green leafy vegetable. Okay. So we can have many of those different things as we've been talking about. Then we talked about minerals, and minerals are foods that we get from, minerals we get from the food that we eat from the soil, because that soil brings those minerals up to the plant. So I chose carrots because that makes a lot of sense that we would have carrots for that. We also have been talking about, obviously, calcium, and we get our most calcium from what? The milk that we drink. So it's very important that we do get our dairy so that we can have that calcium as well. Then we've turned the page to potassium and sodium, and we know that our body needs that potassium, but many times we eat too much sodium or salt, and that does not allow our body to use the potassium like it should. We have iron and iodine, and talked about how iron helps our blood. Iodine helps our thyroid, helps us to grow properly at the right rate. Then we talked about our carbohydrates. And carbohydrates, we said, are natural sugars and starches. So that would obviously come from our fruits and our vegetables that we would get those natural sugars and starches from. So we could say, our apple could be a carbohydrate. Even our potato could be a carbohydrate that we could have. So natural sugars and starches that we would find. And then we had our fiber. Remember, fiber is the part of fruits and vegetables that does not get digested in our bodies, and that helps our body get rid of waste. And then lastly, we talked about our fats and oils. Fats and oils, there are good fats and oils that we can eat. Olive oil, butter, cheese, whole milk, eggs, nuts, peanut butter, and seeds. Those are good fats and oils that we can put into our bodies. We have to be very careful because many times we eat the wrong kinds of fats and oils. And it's okay if we have, even for like a dessert, it's okay to have, a cookie, a small cookie or so for our fats. But the best, that we could have would be something maybe with our peanut butter. Okay, but it's also got some good stuff with it as well because it's got our celery there, okay, which is not good, as in yummy, it's gross, but it's good for you. So those are some examples of our nutrients that we need to have and how we take those nutrients, put them into our bodies so that our bodies can do what? Grow and develop. Very good. Then I want to review our vitamins and minerals with you. So we've talked about these two already, but our vitamin A from animals, and it helps your eyesight. B vitamins are 8 different types, and that changes food into energy. Vitamin C from citrus fruits, and that fights our infections. Vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin, and we have that comes when it's on our skin, but also we need to eat foods rich in vitamin C or D, and it's strong bones. It builds strong bones. Vitamin E protects our cells from damage with the food that we eat. So cells damage eating food. Okay, C, D, E, F, cells damage eating food. So it protects our cells from damage by eating food, if that will help you to remember that. Then vitamin K helps our blood to clot. Then we have our minerals. Calcium, that's building those strong bones. Potassium, it affects how your heart works. Don't forget that. Sodium makes your body store water. So we have to be careful. If we have too much sodium, it's storing too much water. It's not healthy. Iron builds healthy blood, remember? And then iodine, it affects the growth and our health. So that's affecting how we grow and how healthy we grow. So those are some important things. So I just wanted to do a quick video of, and it's not that as quick as I was hoping, but at least a little bit quick video of those parts of our health book. We're going to do I'll do another video another time with some more review, especially from the beginning, but we'll go through that review so we're ready for the test coming up. So I hope that helped. Study over those parts very carefully from pages 5 to 54. I know that's a lot, but take those main parts and make sure that you know those. You don't have to get down to the minor details, but know some few minor details, okay? So I know I just kind of didn't make sense there. But anyway, just, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, you know me by now. So do your best with studying for that, and I know you're going to do awesome. All right, have a good day.